Lasso is a fairly simple movie with a fairly simple premise. It is about 97 minutes in length, and it gives you 7 minutes of build-up and then 90 minutes of sheer carnage. And very early on you get an idea of what this movie is. It's not interested in characters, it's not interested in their plight, it's all about putting these people in situations where things are going to get gory, bloody, body parts are going to fall off, people are going to die, a lot of people, and that is just what you're going to get from this movie. We have a busload of tourists that have turned up at this rodeo, this kind of out of town rodeo that has sprung up, and they go there, have a great time. Like I said, the first 7 minutes, one of them leaves something, a guy goes back to get it. Turns out that some of the rodeo people are maniacs, and as the show has closed down, everybody's abandoned, they are torturing and murdering people, treating them like cattle. And that's about as much plot as you possibly need with Lasso. Like I said, it is a movie that sets its sights fairly simple. It wants to have lots and lots of deaths, it wants to have lots of varied deaths, lots of blood, lots of gore, lots of squeamish scenes of terror, and it delivers. It's one of those movies that it took me a couple of minutes to realise what exactly I was getting, and then it just delivered constantly. It is high on the gore factor, it is high on the blood. If you're looking for something that has a body count that's almost hard to keep track of, this is the movie for you. We have these characters who wake up in this rodeo and are trying to escape the maniacal cowboys that are out to torture them, and these guys are maniacs. You have a guy with a whip with forks on it that just rips people's flesh off. We have our group of heroes that are all kind of archetypes. Again, nothing spectacular about them. We have one man played by Sean Patrick Flannery who has one arm. That's about his defining characteristic. He does have a fun story about why he only has one arm, but I'm going to leave that for you to find out within the movie. And it's just something that is steeped in genre culture. It is a horror, slasher, bloody gore movie. It is well lit, it doesn't hide the gore. A lot of money has been spent on creating these practical effects, which it should be said, they're all practical and they all look pretty fantastic. And it just revels in it. The camera doesn't move away, it doesn't shy away from showing these kinds of scenes. If there is a man being sawn in half, you are going to see a man being sawn in half as his entrails, blood and everything comes out, and the glee on the people doing it. It's going to show you everything. It revels in that kind of movie. And at first I was a little took back because I was looking for characters to, you know, get attuned to want to see survive this thing. But once I realised that this is more of a beer and popcorn type movie, and it's just sit back, let it wash over you, see it with the crowd, see the carnage on screen, you are going to absolutely love this thing. You just don't go into it expecting characters. Don't go into it expecting too much of a plot, because there is no real answers at the end of this. Just a lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of deaths, and a lot of good times if this is the kind of movie that you are looking for at Fright Fest. In fact, thinking of it, I can't think of another movie that is similar in tone to this, possibly Tucker and Dale versus Evil, because it has that tongue-in-cheek as people get these comeuppances and consequences to their actions that seem almost ironic in the way that they're happening to them. But like I said, there's no reasoning behind why these guys are doing it. They are branding, they are treating people like cattle, and it's just about creating those fun, bloody sequences that you're going to cheer about, you're going to talk about, you're going to rave about to other people. Lasso for me was something that took me just a few minutes to settle into what this was actually going to deliver, and then it delivered on everything I possibly expected. Story, not really there. Blood, guts, gore, by the bucketful. If that's what you're after, Lasso is the movie for you. I would love to know what you thought of it if you managed to catch it at Fright Fest. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this movie, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.